What up, everybody? It's Rob from Bullies. Man, whoo, it's been a doozy. I got a little more sleep than just like 2 hours, 3 hours here and there. Not much, but I got a little bit more. But one thing I got to say on just a day old and how they're looking, my whole philosophy and my research for the 5 years of going back and looking at when the breed first got built and started, and what was in it and what bloodlines and the different sized dogs it took, going into searching all kinds of different bloodlines, year after year, following the big name uh, heavy hitters that have champed out and grand champed out, and looking through their pedigrees and ancestry, and all the way to from the very first beginning of when the breed started to the midlife of the breed, after of where the route it was taking and going, into nowadays of what it has become, and all the different classes and looks and styles. And yeah, it's just I'm mind blown. That everything I've done on all my work, and what I've built and created between the micro, pocket, and standard throughout the genes and genetics and bloodline, and through my program that I've built on my dogs, and creating what Bully stands for, is all coming together. I got to test my theory, my philosophy on this litter by throwing in more of low pro pocket, to taller, pocket, and into some of the micro size and low pro in between there. And with what I built on the standard pocket and micro, and there's more pocket than ran anywhere, but I'm telling you, this micro gene and genetic has, I think, really thrown in there, and yeah, it's showing. There's going to be some short bulls in here. I love how diverse and universal tool I can be on just throwing in that little gene and genetic, just to totally flip it, get a whole different look on appearance, how I can build, how I can change it, how I can end up using it to my advantage. I love it. I love it. Creating and making bulls, that's, yeah, what Bullies is about. It's what I'm about. That's my whole thing. I'm back to mixing bloodlines that you wouldn't think would go together, are going to go together. You're thinking, old school standard blood mixed in with micro. You would be like, there ain't no way that would work. I'm making it work. I got it figured out on how to go about it. I've already built hard on it, running it thick in my yard. It's what blood I put together and produced, and now I got to throw in something completely new, and my whole theory is, evolving in my eyes. Yeah, in my hands and in my eyes, it's evolving. It is my whole theory, and what I've built, and what I wanted to be able to do on making and creating different American bullies on is happening. It is happening, to where not being strictly locked in one pedigree and getting the same result over and over. That was something I needed to fade away from. It's happening too much. It's too locked in. It's too deep. There's too many of the same thing over and over again. Too many of the same, fame chasing going on. I had to take my own approach, my own route. When I started making the decision on, I'm going full blown into this, because I was chilled in the background and in the cut and in the dark. Before I came out on social media, before I opened up Bullies, before I invested in my 401k, and went all in and bellied up to the table to start what I'm doing on my program here, and building and making some bulls that are gonna be different, different, unique, universal, where you can use it to your advantage to breed different classes together and get, you know, amazing badass results and crazy American bullies. That was my whole thing. Instead of just being stuck one whole thing, that's my only choice. And then if I want to go to, if I'm stuck and then I want to, you know, have to outcross, everyone's got all the fame chasing locked in so damn deep, everything's the same. So that technically you're constantly line breeding and inbreeding over and over again, but maybe pulling in one or two new bloods that ain't in the ped, and it's just, I don't know. That's just the way I feel about it. I needed to, yeah, basically follow my goals, my vision, my dreams, and I'm seeing it evolve. I'm seeing I was right. I'm seeing that, yeah, just I'm gonna get different classes, different, you know, features, different heights, different. I'm gonna be building and making shit. I'm building and making shit is basically what I'm doing. I'm using standard, and I'm using pocket, and I'm using micro on all the different classes, all different heights, all different features, all different looks, and I'm building and making with it. I'm creating. So, all right, peace out. God bless. Until next time, everyone. Catch you on the flip side. What up? Good morning, everybody. It's Rob from Burgle Bullies. We got Roger looking damn good. So, we got Mirror over there too. She's sneezing. There we go. They must be ready to be put up. So let me put them up. Yeah, those are the two that might have been natural breeding on me. I don't know. Like I said, you can never really do it natural, but she stopped bleeding for a while on her heat cycle. And when I got home, like I said, he was panting. Let me. You gonna climb up in there? Hold on. Flip flop and everything. But like I said, he was panting, breathing heavy. He busted out of his barricade, and her panties were ripped off. And I saw 2 drops of blood, like small, not major. But she, like I said, she was already kind of done bleeding on her heat cycle. So I don't know if that happened from a natural tie when I wasn't here. I just got to count down the days. When I hit about day 35, I'm going to have to schedule an ultrasound and check it out and see if something happened, if something didn't. If there's, yeah, another litter dropping sooner than I expected. Like I said, I was trying to not breed her at this point because I had this litter that's on the ground. And I was trying to give her a leeway time frame break from getting pregnant again. But if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. It was supposed to happen, and there ain't nothing I can do about it. Besides, got to deal with it. Yeah, let me check on these puppies. And little Remy. Yeah, it's the cutest thing I've never seen. It happened with any of my that had puppies and litters. I just woke up. I'm all, yeah, dragging butt. Got the boys to school. But, yeah, she's doing good. What I'm saying now, back to it, is all, I got stuff on my phone. Hold on. I'm doing, did AIs and breedings with, and had litters. None of them did this, but that's her other puppy. I'm not joking either. When I put these guys up, they do a cleaning on the whelping area. So let me get a close-up so you guys can see. When I do a cleaning on the whelping area, which the first video was only 2 hours in the real world. These guys technically maybe 1 day old now, not even. So you can just see how good they look at like 1 day old. It's crazy. She's rooting. She's rooting. She's wanting a nip. But yeah, 3 boys, 3 females. Yeah, looking good, looking good. It seemed to, they're all going to be lilac tries. I mean, not lilac tries. They're all going to be tries. One's a blue. One's almost a dark blue to possibly black. I don't know until it gets older. And these look like they're going to turn out to be lilac, which I run hard. So I'm happy to finally get 2 different colors, possibly 3, because some look like they might be a lighter color lilac and a darker color. I don't know, like, so what they're going to turn out to be. Time will tell. She's doing good. She's awesome mamas. But yeah, back to that. When I take the puppies out and I put them in the whelping box, it's right there. I need to change the pad from this morning. When I put them in there and I clean and I change her bedding and I start sanitizing everything, she found that and ended up putting it in there, and started kind of making a soft nesting area, put it down and kind of tucked it up underneath her, and was laying down to kind of cuddle and breastfeed it. And I thought it was the cutest thing. So that's her other puppy. That's her comfort pup when the other ones are away. And it's soothing to her to keep her, stuffed animal puppy. Her, what do they call that? Triceratops. Yeah. So that's the Triceratops bully. The American bully Triceratops. So now that just put more on me on being a dad / pack leader in this bully life. So because they look at me as a dad and pack leader, now I got to make sure that none of the other bulls get a hold of that, because I got some that love them. They're bought for toys, love to chew them up, tear them up, and I don't need that devastating her and causing a fight. So now it's just one more thing I got to put a check mark on my list of my daily dues of I can't let nothing happen to that Triceratops bully baby for little Remy, because that's she's gonna treat that like her little cuddle bug baby. So yeah, that's just something else I'm gonna have to deal with and add to the list now, on top of everything else that I do. It's just one more added. So, but it's super cute. I never seen it happen before. I thought that was awesome and amazing. When she found it, she grabbed it, she carried it. She didn't even bite hard. She gently picked it up, walked it over there, got in there, started cuddling, because it was a comfort because her other babies were in the incubator while I cleaned. So that was pretty neat, pretty cool. I just wanted to share that with everybody on how cute she is. So she's not the greatest at cleaning. I got to do a lot of baby wipes, a lot of cleaning. I'll do a video on me making them stimulating on pee and poop and how I go about that. And for me, I wear rubber gloves on certain things, but I have my own way of doing things here at Burgle Bullies. It's my way. It's Burgle Bullies' way. I have my own philosophies, my own thoughts, my own ways I go about doing stuff. So when I do stimulate, I don't wear rubber gloves. I wash my hands real thoroughly. I scrub them with soap and water. I rinse them, dry them off, and I use baby wipes. And the reason I get hands-on a lot, I do a lot of hands-on stuff without rubber gloves, is because they know my scent, and they all trust me. They all know I'm their dad. They all know I'm the pack leader. And if I put on rubber gloves, I'm covering my scent. For her to be comfortable, more relaxed when I'm handling those pups and I'm cleaning them and they start crying and whelping, sometimes that puts the mom on high alert. On my puppy's in distress, you're hurting my puppy, you're doing something wrong, and you're not going to have their approval. With my scent and I'm crying, and she's more comfortable because she smells me instead of rubber gloves on all over that puppy. That's why I do a lot of stuff hands on. I know in the past, I don't know, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, someone called me out on it. Why aren't you wearing gloves and this and that? And it's not sanitized. Well, no, bullshit. I wash my hands thoroughly. I clean them before and after every time. Yeah, I have my own way and thoughts of how I do things. I would rather have my scent all over the puppies, all over her. That's what she's used to. She's comfortable with me. She knows I'm her dad. She knows, yeah, that I'm not going to cause harm to the puppies. And when she smells me over an odd scent, she is more calm, more relaxed, and more laid back to let me do what I need to do, hands on, and be more thorough of not, yeah, making her on ease, on edge, not trusting me, not, yeah, understanding a weird new smell. So yeah, a lot of times you'll see me, yeah, hands on, no gloves, and that's why. That's my thought. It's no science. It's no vet. It's no nothing. It's Burgle Bullies way, my program way. I run it, and yeah, how we do things here, like how I do things here. Yeah, so it's the way we do it. It's how I play the game. Of the Triceratops bully puppy. Yeah, little Remy, her baby. The other bully baby. You're okay, mamas. It's just daddy. It's just daddy. The other one's still going to town, eating. Let me see. I don't want to disturb them too much. That one's still eating. And make sure that one's probably still eating too. I don't know. Let me look. Let's move you. Let's move you over here. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So, looking good, y'all. That's the girl. She's looking good, too. One of the girls, I should say. Because the boy's real small, short, compact. So it's one of the girls. They're all nice. So. So, woo-wee, I'm telling you, well, the results I'm seeing is just mind-blowing. It's crazy. My whole philosophy, my whole mind frame on building and making and creating some bulls is really coming together between micro, pocket, and standard blood that I have built, and I run heavy and deep in my yard. A lot of years, a lot of work of building and making, creating what I'd have, and now I get to finally play with it. I get to finally, yeah, see it all come together. This little Remy and Raga litter, I got to throw in, you know, some great Grim and Brim Blood in there, and more of that heavy Lewis V, which I had some Lewis V still up in there, and add something, you know, new to the mix, and double down on well, yeah, triple down basically on the Lewis V, and bring something new to the mix on the Rocco Blood, being, you know, Rocco's up in there, Grim and 30B Stilo Brim, and pull in a new, see what it does for me. Doesn't mean I'm going to fame chase it. Doesn't mean I'm going to keep trying to do it over and over again. Now, on a couple of my breedings, they're going to have a couple of the heavy hitters in there on outside collaborations, you know, that I do and that I breed with. So I will be pulling it in more than once, but that's not me constantly trying to get it over and over again. That's me pulling it in, seeing what it does for me, and move on. Get what I can out of it. Get the result out of it. If I know that it clicked good, and I know down the road if that's in a pedigree, and I know that it's, you know, in the genes and genetics, I know that it went very well. I can use that to my advantage, and it will, you know, add up to being a little bit more. But I'm not gonna fully lock it in hard. Like I said, I have built my own. I will be running it hard in my yard on what I've built, because it is different, it is unique, it is micro, pocketing, and standard American bullies, all in a pedigree. Yeah, that's basically, it's awesome just to see it all come together. Yeah. It is. It's amazing. There's one boy in there. He's so small and compact and big, and if he ends up staying what I think he's going to, he's gonna be like, I don't know if low pro pocket or micro, and I don't even know. As of now, he looks like he's gonna be short and wild. Where I would have to, yeah, checking them out. I got to wait and see, not get too excited, not jump the gun. But I said, if you stay the way you are and you keep getting big and you turn into what I think, I'm gonna have to call you Little Nasty. Little Nasty rolling up. So, alrighty, later, catch you on the flip side.